long before the modern concept of borders or the elaborate cartography that delineates nations today, there thrived a community whose roots delved deep into the very essence of the African continent. This was not just any people, but a group whose very existence laid the groundwork for what we now consider civilization. Centered around the life-giving Nile River, these people forged a legacy that flowed as freely and powerfully as the river itself, a legacy that has endured the test of time. These were the descendants of Ham, one of Noah's sons according to biblical tradition. Their tales are imprinted not merely as stories passed down through generations, but are also woven into the very fabric of the land itself. This connection between the people and their environment created a rich cultural and spiritual tapestry. Their profound bond with the land is evident in the enduring monuments and traditions they left behind. Each story, every artifact, reflects a remarkable tale of resilience, unwavering spirit, and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of life. This legacy did not simply rest in the past. It is carried forward, living on in the descendants of those ancient peoples, shaped by their history and continuing to influence the present. Amid the towering highlands of Ethiopia, where mountains embrace the sky and the earth teems with stories, the echoes of Ham's descendants continue to resonate vividly. Their presence is etched deeply into the landscape, both in the physical terrain and in the cultural tapestry that shapes the people. This living legacy is not solely captured in the ancient stone structures, monuments, and artifacts that stand as testaments to a rich historical narrative. It is also found in the languages, traditions, and oral histories passed down through generations. The winds that sweep over these sacred lands seem to carry with them whispers of the past, as if history itself breathes in rhythm with the natural world. Here, the very soil and air are imbued with tales of ancient civilizations, migrations, and cultural evolutions, reflecting a legacy that is both a testament to the past and a vital part of the present. In these highlands, the continuum of history is palpable, a living entity that whispers its timeless stories to those willing to listen, offering a profound connection to a rich and enduring heritage. Here, intricately carved in ancient hieroglyphs, lie stories that have not been lost or erased by the passage of time. These beautifully crafted symbols, painstakingly chiseled into stone by skilled artisans thousands of years ago, serve as a conduit to the past. They speak to us in a language of symbols that transcends centuries, whispering tales of a civilization's achievements and deeply held beliefs. These hieroglyphs, emerging from the lineage of Ham, are not just mere artistic expressions. They reveal narratives of profound knowledge, unwavering devotion, and remarkable brilliance. This knowledge includes not only advances in science, architecture, and governance, but also insights into the spiritual and metaphysical realms. These narratives, preserved against the eroding forces of history, unveil a legacy of a people whose sophistication and enlightenment reached far beyond what the limited and often distorted tales of colonial history have chosen to remember or reveal. The sacred texts, including Genesis from the Bible and the Book of Jubilees, a Jewish religious text, act as vital keys that open up pathways to understanding forgotten or overlooked aspects of ancient history and culture. They contain stories about Ham, one of Noah's sons, and his descendants, which have historically deep ties to the narrative of African origins. These texts not only provide religious or mythological narratives, but also offer a historical perspective that challenges the long-standing silence and erasure of African contributions and presences in historical narratives. By revisiting these ancient texts, one can uncover a divine narrative that firmly roots the origins of African people within a broader, inclusive story of the human journey, offering a compelling counter-narrative to the historical erasure that has often marginalized or misrepresented the contributions of African populations. Cush, who was the eldest son of Ham, thereby becoming a significant figure in biblical and historical traditions, laid the foundations of a powerful empire in the region that corresponds to modern-day Sudan. This empire, known as the Kingdom of Kush, emerged around the 2nd millennium BCE and became renowned for its wealth, military prowess, and cultural sophistication. The descendants of Kush developed into a remarkable civilization, often referred to as the Nubians. They excelled particularly in the art of ironworking, a skill that not only provided them with superior tools and weapons, but also contributed to their economic power and influence in trade across Africa and the ancient world. Beyond metallurgy, the Kushites are notable for constructing impressive pyramids, which served as tombs for their royalty and elites. These structures, although smaller, are believed by some to rival even the grandeur of Egypt's pyramids in their architectural significance. Spiritually, the Kushite civilization held rich traditions that fused their own indigenous beliefs with ideas adopted from their interactions with neighboring civilizations, including the Egyptians. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, and their spiritual practices and beliefs have left an enduring mark on successive generations and on African spiritual heritage as a whole. The legacy of Kush and its descendants is a testament to their role as key creators and builders of African heritage and grandeur. Their achievements in governance, architecture, art, and spirituality significantly shaped the rich history of the African continent, contributing a lasting cultural legacy that continues to be celebrated today. The lifeblood of countless civilizations, the mighty Nile River, with its characteristic northward flow, sustained and nourished not only the fertile lands, but also the hearts and minds of those who lived along its banks. Its annual inundation deposited nutrient-rich silt, transforming the desert landscape into lush, productive farmland, which became the cradle of agriculture and a cornerstone of the economy. The river's bounty enabled the growth of prosperous cities and societies, which in turn fostered the development of intricate cultural practices, artistic expression, and architectural marvels as the grand temples and pyramids. Beyond mere physical sustenance, the Nile's presence was a vital force that gave life and vitality to the people who called its shores home. It inspired myths, fueled the imagination, and became central to the spiritual and religious life of the communities. The descendants of Ham, who settled along these winding banks, carefully cultivated a rich tapestry of culture, interweaving their traditions, commerce, and faith. The river was not just a geographical feature. It was a living entity, a divine force, and a symbol of both cyclical renewal and the eternal flow of life. In the ebb and flow of its waters was reflected the resilience and adaptability of the people who harmoniously aligned their existence with the steady, ever-flowing current of the river itself. Egypt, known in ancient times as Misrem, stands as a striking testament to the enduring legacy and immense heritage of Ham, one of Noah's sons according to the Bible. This ancient land, with its powerful kingdoms and influential culture, was a cradle of civilization, showcasing an advanced society that excelled in various fields. The Egyptians are celebrated for their unmatched prowess in art, creating timeless masterpieces in painting, sculpture, and architecture. Their scientific achievements are equally impressive, encompassing mathematics, medicine, and engineering, evidenced by marvels such as the Great Pyramids and sophisticated irrigation systems. Furthermore, the spiritual wisdom of Egypt, embodied in their complex belief systems and practices, gave birth to rich mythologies and philosophies that have deeply influenced numerous subsequent cultures. The grandeur of Egypt, therefore, lies not just in its monuments, but in the profound impact its advances in art, science, and spirituality have had on the world, achievements that remain unparalleled in ancient history. The fierce Nubians, proud descendants of Ham as described in ancient texts, were more than just inhabitants of a geographical region. They were the embodiment of a robust and dynamic civilization. Their lands, stretching across the Nile River's cataracts to the confluence of the Blue and White Niles, were abundant with resources and layered with a rich tapestry of culture and history, much of which predates many better-known civilizations. The Nubians were renowned for their unparalleled strength, a physical and metaphorical force that allowed them to build impressive structures, including massive temples and pyramids that still stand today, a testament to their architectural genius and engineering prowess. They excelled in metallurgy, producing iron tools and weapons that contributed to their formidable reputation as warriors. Their courage and valor were not merely battlefield attributes, but were woven into the very fabric of their society. These qualities enabled them to resist invasions and maintain their autonomy against encroaching empires, notably the Egyptians and later the Romans. Their military prowess was matched by their strategic acumen, which they employed to safeguard their sovereignty and cultural identity. Moreover, the Nubians' achievements were not confined to warfare and construction. They were skilled artisans, traders, and diplomats who forged connections with neighboring kingdoms and beyond, influencing and being influenced by the complex web of ancient trade routes. Their society celebrated rich traditions in art, language, and governance, all contributing to a legacy that demanded respect and admiration. In dispelling any misconceptions or myths of their passivity or submissiveness, the Nubians reveal a proud and enduring lineage. Their story is one of remarkable warriors and skilled builders who shaped their world with resilience and grandeur, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of history that continues to inspire awe and respect today. Noah's three sons, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, are traditionally viewed as the forebears of the diverse peoples and nations that eventually populated the earth. Each son is seen as a progenitor of different groups of nations and cultures that developed over time. Shem is often associated with the peoples of the Middle East, including Semitic tribes, which encompass ancient civilizations such as the Hebrews, Arabs, and Assyrians. Japheth is linked to the Indo-European populations, spreading across Europe and parts of Asia. Ham, specifically, is connected with the early peoples of Africa. His lineage is thought to have given rise to a wide variety of cultures and civilizations within the continent, such as the ancient Egyptians, Cushites, and Canaanites. These civilizations contributed immensely to human history through their developments in areas like language, architecture, governance, and art. The long-lasting impact of Ham's descendants is evident in the rich heritage that they created, which includes a vast array of languages, religious practices, artistic expressions, and social systems. Oral traditions have played a significant role in preserving the history and memories of these peoples, alongside ancient manuscripts and artifacts that bear witness to their advanced civilizations. This lineage has navigated through numerous challenges and historical transformations, yet it persists, a testament to the resilience and strength of this branch of the human family. The legacy of Ham's descendants remains vibrant and influential, echoing through the generations in songs, stories, and cultural practices, thereby ensuring its enduring presence in the global mosaic of humanity. In Kayan Mini, well, Across vast deserts and rolling dunes, the descendants of Ham ventured forth, carving intricate paths through the seemingly endless expanse of arid land. As they journeyed, they established bustling trade routes that became lifelines connecting far-flung regions. They bartered not merely tangible goods, such as spices, textiles, and precious metals, but also profound knowledge and cultural treasures. These items carried traditions, innovations, and ideas that enriched societies and bridged cultures. The descendants of Ham played a pivotal role in weaving these trade networks, acting as intermediaries and pioneers. They linked the civilizations of Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and beyond, creating a fabric of commerce and communication that propelled the exchange of not only material wealth, but also intellectual capital. Ideas in the fields of mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy traveled alongside the caravans, fostering an intellectual and cultural renaissance in the societies they touched. These trade routes, some of which formed the backbone of historical networks like the Trans-Saharan trade and the Silk Road, were arteries that spread economic prosperity and cultural richness. They sowed the seeds for the modern interconnected world, demonstrating how commerce and the exchange of ideas can link diverse peoples across daunting geographical barriers. In doing so, they expanded knowledge and understanding, planting the early roots of globalization. Oral traditions served as a vibrant and dynamic means of connecting the present to the past, effectively bringing history to life. They were not merely a recitation of events, but a careful preservation of the genuine truths and narratives of Ham's descendants. These stories encompassed not only historical accounts, but also cultural values, beliefs, and identities that defined the community. Gatherings often took place in evocative settings, such as under the expansive canopies of ancient baobab trees, whose roots run deep, symbolizing a deep connection to the past. These monumental trees witnessed generations of storytellers and listeners, serving as a natural monument to history. Meanwhile, the backdrop of a glittering expanse of star-filled skies served as a reminder of the cosmos, the broader universe that our ancestors gazed upon. The elders, custodians of knowledge, played a crucial role in these gatherings. With deep wisdom gained from their own life experiences and teachings passed down through generations, they became living vessels of their people's heritage. Their storytelling was a performative art, rich with emotion and expression, ensuring that each listener could visualize and feel the weight of the histories and lessons conveyed. In this way, oral traditions ensured that the legacy of the ancestors was transmitted in a manner that was deeply personal and memorable. This method transcended the limitations of written records, which can be lost or misinterpreted over time, by embedding history in the collective memory of the community. It was a living legacy, ever evolving, yet deeply rooted in the authentic experiences and truths of Ham's descendants. Artifacts convey stories that silent words are unable to express. They are tangible pieces of history, preserving the thoughts, ambitions, and daily lives of those who came before us. Every single bead and piece of pottery unveils the creativity and enduring spirits of Ham's descendants, whose skilled craftsmanship not only shaped their identities, but also served as inspiration for countless generations to come. These artifacts, ranging from intricately designed beads to carefully molded pieces of pottery, bear witness to the rich cultural heritage and the complex societal structures of ancient times. The intricate designs etched onto a shard of pottery may reveal artistic influences and trading connections with distant lands, while the uniformity and precision of beadwork can speak to the communal practices and the shared knowledge passed down through generations. By examining these objects, we gain insight into the technological advancements and artistic expression that defined these people. The way in which these items were crafted, used, and cherished unveils a narrative of innovation, adaptation, and resilience. They provide a vivid picture of how Ham's descendants shaped their identities and influenced the world around them. These are not mere remnants. They are potent symbols of a legacy that continues to inspire and inform the present. Astronomy blossomed magnificently beneath the vast, awe-inspiring African skies, where the descendants of Ham dedicated themselves to the meticulous charting of the stars. These early astronomers, living in a land where the night sky was an ever-present dome of mystery and wonder, became masters of observing the heavens. Guided by a rich oral tradition and an acute awareness of their environment, they honed their skills in celestial navigation, enabling them to traverse vast landscapes with confidence and precision. Their deep insights into the workings of the cosmos were not merely academic. They wove this knowledge into the fabric of everyday life, using it to time agricultural activities, predict seasonal changes, and develop complex calendars. Beyond practical applications, their cosmology and myths emerged, offering explanations for the creation of the universe and humanity's place within it. The scientific and observational brilliance of these ancient astronomers shone brightly long before the rise of the classical empires in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. They demonstrated an advanced understanding of the cosmos that predates many celebrated historical achievements, highlighting a legacy of early scientific inquiry and discovery that has often been overlooked in mainstream historical narratives. This heritage of celestial exploration in Africa stands as a testament to the enduring human quest for knowledge and understanding of the universe. Cities such as the one Ham constructed following the Great Flood endure as powerful monuments, symbolizing the remarkable rebirth of civilization and the enduring spirit of human ingenuity. These cities, constructed as sanctuaries of hope and new beginnings, represented not just the physical rebuilding of communities, but also the spiritual and cultural revitalization of mankind. Often they were named to honor cherished loved ones, revered leaders, or significant events, ensuring that their legacy endures. The names of these urban centers became vessels of memory, encapsulating the hopes, dreams, and collective identity of their inhabitants, far beyond the fertile, life-giving banks of the Nile River, where the land is nourished by the annual floods that have supported civilization for millennia. Vast deserts stretch out under the relentless sun, cradling the ancient stories and secrets of Put's descendants. These people, often identified with the ancient region known as Punt, or linked to the lands of ancient Nubia, stood as steadfast guardians of a rich and enduring culture. They flourished in areas where the landscape appeared to outsiders as nothing but endless barrenness and despair. Yet these deserts, harsh and unforgiving to anyone unaccustomed to their ways, blossomed with stories of survival and resilience. These were the people who adapted to the harsh conditions, finding ways to thrive where others could not. They became the keepers of a bold and resilient heritage, preserving traditions and histories that spoke of their enduring strength and capacity to survive amid the severe and often unforgiving landscapes they called home. Through their art, language, and rituals, they passed down a legacy that celebrated their ability to transform desolation into a cradle of life and culture. Commerce thrived and grew immensely with the descendants of Ham at its very center, playing a pivotal role in the economic landscape of the ancient world. Their entrepreneurial endeavors and strategic positioning facilitated the flow of goods, ideas, and innovations. They established extensive trade networks that connected the vibrant heart of Africa with regions across the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and even Asia. Their influence was instrumental in merging various aspects of different cultures. They were not just traders of material goods, but also of knowledge, contributing to a rich tapestry of languages and traditions. This cultural exchange fostered an environment where diverse economic systems could flourish, blending local practices with new ideas and technologies. The descendants of Ham were essential in making connections that bridged geographical and cultural distances, serving as a crucial link in the chain of global trade and cultural interaction. They helped in disseminating agricultural products, artisanal crafts, and technological innovations, thereby playing a significant role in the development and enrichment of civilizations. Through these contributions, they seamlessly integrated Africa into the broader narrative of the ancient world, making it a vibrant participant in the global exchange of commerce and culture. The Book of Jubilees provides a distinct perspective on the character of Ham, which contrasts with other ancient texts. In this narrative, Ham is not depicted negatively or associated with any particular curse. Instead, he emerges as a significant contributor to the post-flood world. Ham's role as a trailblazer is characterized by his pioneering spirit, where he takes on the role of a visionary leader and innovator. He is credited with founding cities, which implies he played a central role in the establishment of organized societies. Moreover, Ham is recognized for nurturing cultures, suggesting that he played a pivotal role in the development of arts, languages, traditions, and social structures that were instrumental in the flourishing and advancement of humanity. Through this lens, Ham is seen as an architect of civilization in the New World Order that emerged after the Deluge, contributing significantly to the diversity and richness of human culture and societal development. Ham's sons, as described in historical and biblical narratives, inherited names that transcended mere representation, embodying the essence of formidable civilizations. For example, Kush, often associated with the region of Nubia, was renowned for its powerful ironworks, representing a society that was advanced in metallurgy and engineering. Mizraim, identified with ancient Egypt, was a cradle of civilization known for its marvels in architecture, writing in the form of hieroglyphs, and profound influence on surrounding cultures through religion, governance, and art. These names did not simply serve as identifiers, they encapsulated rich cultural heritages and technological advancements. Kushite societies are often credited with early developments in iron smelting, which played a significant role in the region's ability to construct strong weapons and tools, thereby enabling the dominance of influential kingdoms. Similarly, ancient Egypt's contributions to human history are monumental, with Mizraim as a progenitor of complex societal structures, monumental architecture like the pyramids, and intricate belief systems that influenced governance, art, and science. The legacy of Ham's sons is deeply intertwined with the history of Africa and the wider narrative of human civilization. These stories echo across eras, resonating through the ages in the form of cultural identities, technological legacies, and traditions that served as bedrocks for empires and nations alike. Their far-reaching influence is apparent in linguistics, cultural traditions, governance, and technological advancements that have left a lasting mark on the world stage. In understanding these stories, we gain insight into the intricate weave of human history and the contributions of these ancient kingdoms to the collective legacy of mankind. Texts that have been hidden away from the public eye for centuries often contain invaluable insights and profound truths that challenge conventional historical narratives. These texts, sometimes deliberately obscured or forgotten, reveal aspects of history that powerful colonial narratives have sought to suppress and erase. Colonial powers, in their quest to dominate and control, often rewrote history to favor their own perspectives, diminishing or distorting the contributions and experiences of colonized peoples. By revisiting and meticulously examining these long-neglected archives, we can start to unearth the suppressed narratives and bring to light the rich and diverse legacies of those who were marginalized. The legacy of Ham, for instance, which may have been buried or obscured through deliberate colonial erasure, starts to reemerge. Ham's historical and cultural contributions can be rediscovered, acknowledged, and appreciated in a more accurate and equitable historical context, moving from the shadows into the light. This process is crucial for correcting historical misconceptions and for recognizing the diverse voices and experiences that have shaped our world. Spiritual wisdom passed down through the generations by the descendants of Ham, one of Noah's sons, according to biblical tradition, served as a vital cornerstone for a wide array of belief systems across different cultures and eras. This inheritance was not merely a set of beliefs, but a repository of profound insights into the nature of faith, which transcended generations and geographic boundaries. This heritage showcased how faith operated as a dynamic and potent guiding force, influencing communities in fundamental ways. Faith was not only a personal compass for individuals, but also a collective beacon that shaped the norms, values, and interactions within societies. It provided a framework through which communities understood their place in the universe, their relationship with the divine, and their duties towards each other. Moreover, this spiritual legacy played an instrumental role in the cultural development of societies. It influenced how communities structured their laws, governance, and education, and how they celebrated life and death, joy and sorrow. Practices, rituals, and communal gatherings were deeply intertwined with these spiritual teachings, ensuring that the bond between the community and the divine remained strong. The enduring connection to the divine, fostered by this spiritual wisdom, helped communities navigate the complexities of life, providing them with a sense of purpose, identity, and a shared mission guided by their faith. Ancient carvings, meticulously etched into stone surfaces, vividly narrate the story of a lifestyle deeply rooted in agriculture and mobility, flourishing within Ham's lineage. These carvings, often found on rock faces, cave walls, and ancient monuments, provide a window into the everyday lives of these people, showcasing their reliance on pastoral activities like herding and farming, as well as their nomadic tendencies, moving with the seasons and the needs of their animals. These artworks are not merely decorative. They offer compelling evidence of rich cultures that were intricately intertwined with their natural surroundings. The carvings depict a deep connection to the land, illustrating scenes of animal husbandry, crop harvesting, and the cycles of nature that govern their existence. This bond with the environment wasn't just practical, but also spiritual and cultural, influencing their beliefs, traditions, and social structures. Through these enduring stone carvings, we see a testament to the enduring relationship between humanity and nature, a relationship that sustained life, informed cultural practices, and shaped the identity of generations over millennia. Such historical narratives, captured in stone, offer a rich tapestry of human resilience and adaptation, underscoring a legacy where survival and prosperity were inextricably linked to a harmonious coexistence with the earth. With voices carry the very pulse of history, acting as living echoes of the past, reverberating across generations. These voices, much like an intricate symphony, have journeyed across centuries, preserving the memories and emotions of countless lives. They've traveled through time to share the vibrant and rich cultural tapestry of Ham's descendants, weaving stories that encompass victories, struggles, joys, and sorrows. These melodies and narratives demonstrate a resilient defiance against the erasure of identity, standing firm as bastions of heritage. Through the power of song and story, they refuse to be silenced and significance in a world that often seeks to forget. These traditions continue to breathe life into the enduring legacy of a people, creating a bridge between the past and the present that continues to inspire and influence future generations. Archaeology offers a wealth of physical artifacts that corroborate and affirm the historical assertions found in ancient texts, highlighting the remarkable achievements of Ham's descendants. These descendants were extraordinary innovators, renowned for their pioneering contributions to early human societies. They exhibited exceptional skills in metallurgy, the science and technology of metals, which played a crucial role in their cultural and economic development. Their mastery in metallurgy involved not just extracting metal from ores, but also refining and alloying them to create strong and versatile materials. These early metallurgists fashioned a variety of tools and implements, ranging from agricultural tools to weapons and decorative items, which were both utilitarian and symbolic. These tools and implements were not simply functional objects, they were instrumental in the evolution of human societies. By enabling more efficient agricultural practices, these tools supported population growth and the establishment of stable communities. In warfare and hunting, metal weapons increased the influence and power of those societies. Moreover, the creation of decorative and ceremonial items fostered social and religious practices that helped bind communities together. Through the advancement and utilization of metallurgy, Ham's descendants facilitated technological progress and set a foundation that would support the growth, commerce, trade, and the complex social structures that define civilization. Their innovations left an indelible mark on history, evidenced by the tangible remnants unearthed by archaeologists today. From the vast regions of Africa, including areas like the Nile Delta and the Ethiopian highlands, extending all the way to the cultural crossroads of the Levant, the descendants of Ham are believed to have played a crucial role in the development of some of history's most influential empires and civilizations. Traditionally linked to the biblical story of Noah's sons, the narrative of Ham's lineage is thought to include the founders of great ancient societies, such as Egypt, Canaan, Cush, and others. The journeys and migrations of these people were monumental and not random happenings. They were guided by a combination of geographical factors, economic needs, and opportunities for conquest and settlement. Their movements along ancient well-trodden routes fostered the exchange of ideas, technologies, and customs. These paths were marked by significant events like the founding of cities, the construction of monumental architecture, and the blending of languages and traditions, contributing to the social fabric of the various regions. As these descendants of Ham settled in new areas, they didn't just impose their ways, but often merged with existing cultures, leaving enduring impacts. For example, in Egypt, they played a fundamental role in the development of one of the world's earliest and most enduring civilizations, while in the Levant, they interacted with various peoples, contributing to the melting pot of cultures that characterized the region. This historical journey resulted in a complex tapestry of influence that can still be seen in modern societies. the architectural ruins, linguistic traces, and genetic legacies all speak to the profound ways in which the descendants of Ham shaped and were shaped by the diverse civilizations they encountered, resulting in a rich and multi-layered historical legacy. Each generation built upon the achievements and wisdom of those who came before, ensuring that the impact of their travels and settlements would resonate across time. The territory associated with Canaan, the youngest son of Ham, according to biblical accounts, is notably situated in the region that comprises parts of modern-day Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria. This area has been a crucible of historical conflict, not only in ancient times, but throughout the centuries. The conflicts that erupted in this area were largely due to competition for land, resources, and political power. These struggles often had little or nothing to do with racial differences or issues related to skin color, which are concepts that have been manipulated and misrepresented in various historical narratives. The significance of these land disputes in shaping the history of the Canaanite region serves as a reminder of how historical events and narratives can be complex and are sometimes simplified or altered in ways that distort the truth. These problems remind us to look deeper into historical accounts and understand the context and motivations behind them, rather than accepting simplified or distorted versions that obscure the underlying realities. This approach encourages a more nuanced understanding of history, acknowledging the complexities of past human behavior and motivations. The exploration of sacred texts such as the Book of Jubilees offers a rich tapestry of narratives that illuminate the lives and experiences of the descendants of Ham. Beyond the often cited narrative of curses, particularly the Curse of Ham, these texts delve into the intricate dynamics and struggles of this lineage. The Book of Jubilees, a retelling of biblical history from creation to Moses, provides a more expansive view that includes a focus on the broader human condition and divine engagement. The stories within this text highlight the complexity of Ham's lineage, portraying his descendants not simply as recipients of a curse, but as individuals and groups with their own trials, triumphs, and contributions to humanity. This narrative approach moves away from reductionist interpretations and allows for a deeper understanding of the role of Ham's descendants in the unfolding of divine history. It challenges readers to consider the ways in which divine purpose can be discerned in the midst of human complexity, offering insights into the interplay between divine intention and human agency. Moreover, within these texts, we find an invitation to explore how these ancient stories resonate with contemporary issues. The narratives encourage readers to reflect on themes of justice, redemption, and the ways in which cultural identities are shaped by both heritage and individual choices. By engaging with these texts deeply, one can gain a more nuanced understanding of the past and present, drawing lessons that can inform our understanding of human dignity and divine purpose. In this way, the study of such sacred texts offers a transformative journey of understanding and reflection. Vast swaths of West Africa vividly reflect the enduring lineage of Ham, a reference rooted in historical and biblical traditions that trace the descendants of Ham, one of Noah's sons. This lineage narrative finds compelling expression across the diverse landscapes and cultures of Western Africa, a region that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires and the blossoming of unique civilizations throughout history. Stretching from the majestic Golden Empire of Mali, renowned for its wealth, learning centers, and the legendary city of Timbuktu, to the towering obelisks of Aksum in present-day Ethiopia, which symbolize an ancient kingdom's grandeur and connection to early Christianity. These powerful legacies are not merely historical footnotes. They are intricately woven into the very fabric of the land, manifesting in the rich cultural traditions, languages, and spiritual practices of the people. In Mali, the influence of the empire's golden age is still evident in the music, oral traditions, and art forms that celebrate its history and continue to inspire pride among its descendants. Likewise, in the region formerly ruled by the Kingdom of Axum, there is a profound reverence for the ancient past, with its contributions to religion, trade, and monumental architecture standing as a testament to the region's historical richness. While the physical landscapes of West Africa are dotted with ruins and relics that tell the stories of these great civilizations, the enduring spirit of these ancient peoples can be felt in the vibrant communities that conserve and celebrate their heritage, embodying the fortitude and creativity of their forebears in everyday life. Thus, the legacy of Ham does not merely linger in history, but thrives in the living traditions and identities of the people who inhabit this region, a testament to a rich and enduring cultural legacy. The saying, "The past plants the seeds from which the future will grow," emphasizes the notion that the events, experiences, and lessons of the past lay down the foundational elements for future development and success. It implies that what has come before us sets the stage for what is yet to come, nurturing growth and shaping destiny. Acknowledging this, it becomes clear that the young generation of today holds a significant inheritance from those who came before them. As the rightful heirs to Ham's deep and powerful legacy, they inherit far more than just a treasure trove of knowledge accumulated over generations. This legacy includes an enduring resilience, honed through overcoming countless challenges and adversities, that has become a defining characteristic of the community. Moreover, they inherit a rich history, brimming with stories of triumph, innovation, and cultural contributions that is poised to reclaim its full, radiant brilliance. This history is not just a chronicle of past achievements. It is a source of inspiration and a call to action for the younger generation to build upon, to rejuvenate, and to forge a future that reflects the full spectrum of past experiences, wisdom, and achievements. As they step into the roles shaped by their predecessors, today's youth are not just carrying forward a heritage, they are the stewards of a legacy with the potential to contribute to a brighter and more enlightened future. Ham's visage, a metaphorical representation of his legacy and influence, has long been obscured by layers of historical misinterpretation and prejudice, often overlooked or criticized without just cause. His image emerges now, not just as a mere figure from ancient texts, but as a compelling symbol of enduring strength and profound wisdom. His story, often relegated to the background, now steps forward, embodying the experience and knowledge passed down through generations. As we recognize Ham in this light, we see him as a foundational figure, a progenitor whose contributions and those of his descendants laid the cornerstones for the world's earliest civilizations. From these societies, which flourished around what we refer to as the cradle of humanity, sprang innovations and cultural richness that have profoundly shaped our world. These civilizations stand testament to his enduring legacy, a legacy that champions the complexity and depth of the human journey through time. In recognizing Ham's pivotal role, we celebrate not just his strength and wisdom, but also the diverse and profound impact of the cultures he helped to shape, reminding us of the interconnectedness of our shared human history. Returning to the sources reveals a narrative untouched by prejudice, a story that delves into the intricate ties of kinship, the connection to ancestral lands, and the rich tapestry of cultural heritage. This narrative stands in stark contrast to the distorted versions propagated by colonial powers, who often twisted history to serve their own ends, seeking to justify their domination and exploitation. By going back to the original accounts and oral traditions, we uncover a record that highlights the resilience of communities in preserving their identity and autonomy in the face of colonization. This underscores the importance of re-examining history through a lens free from the bias introduced by colonial narratives, allowing the authentic voices of the people to be heard. Within the grand and sacred temples of ancient Egypt, resplendent along the banks of the Nile, the descendants of Ham meticulously crafted an advanced and enduring civilization. They used the grandeur of their temples not only as places of worship, but as a canvas to demonstrate the intersection of deeply held faith, sophisticated scientific exploration, and exquisite artistic achievements. Their religious beliefs were deeply interwoven with every aspect of life and expressed through the intricate carvings, hieroglyphics, and grand architectural designs of their temples. These structures were not merely physical edifices, but representations of a cosmic order, demonstrating advanced knowledge in geometry, astronomy, and engineering. They built monuments that aligned with celestial bodies, demonstrating an understanding of the cosmos that continues to astonish modern scholars. Their artistic expression was equally remarkable, leaving behind stunning sculptures, vivid murals, and elaborate jewelry that captured the essence of their beliefs and everyday life. This blend of culture and intellect has proven to be one of the most enduring legacies of the ancient world. It continues to evoke deep admiration as modern societies look back in awe at the sophistication and beauty that ancient Egypt brought into existence. Celebrations of heritage serve as a powerful reminder of the enduring traditions and values passed down through generations. These vibrant celebrations, whether through festivals, ceremonies, art, music, or dance, act as dynamic expressions of a community's rich past and unique identity. They constantly reinforce a sense of belonging and pride, highlighting the achievements, struggles, and values of those who came before. In the case of Ham's story, these celebrations act as a vibrant tribute to a heritage that has weathered the test of time. Despite adversities and challenges, including historical injustices and wounds, the narrative is one of resilience and joy. It's a celebration of overcoming and thriving, illustrating how cultural pride not only survives, but flourishes in the face of hardship, continuing to shine brightly across generations. Africa has always been a dynamic and vibrant continent, teeming with life and cultural richness. Far from being a place of silence or emptiness, it has long been recognized as a hub of energy and creativity. Historically, it has served as the cradle and birthplace of a multitude of nations, each contributing to the rich tapestry of Africa's diverse heritage. These civilizations have been sources of groundbreaking technological innovations, ranging from the construction of great architectural marvels to early advancements in agriculture and metallurgy. Additionally, Africa has been a wellspring of profound spiritual wisdom, with its diverse communities developing rich traditions and beliefs that have influenced spiritual thought across the globe. This abundant heritage and cultural wealth can be traced back to the lineage of Ham, who is traditionally considered one of the forebears of African civilizations. According to various traditions, the descendants of Ham have been instrumental in carrying forward the legacy of knowledge, passing down cultural practices, and preserving the vitality of various communities across the continent. It's a story of resilience and continuity, showcasing how Africa has been a custodian of humanity's shared heritage. from ancient times to the present day. The descendants of Ham, as identified in biblical traditions, were renowned not only for their exceptional wealth, but also for their profound artistic talents that encompassed a wide array of skills and crafts. This wealth enabled them to develop and patronize the arts, resulting in the flourishing of culture and innovation within their communities. Their artistic talents were evident in various forms, such as architecture, sculpture, music, and literature, which left a lasting legacy that influenced subsequent civilizations. These remarkable abilities of Ham's descendants were not just individual gifts, but played a crucial role as driving forces that shaped the world around them. They were pioneers in their societies, setting standards and creating cultural blueprints that would be emulated for generations. Their influence can be seen in the development of complex societies, the advancement of trade and commerce, and the creation of enduring works of art and literature. Their contributions and cultural legacies existed long before modern historical narratives began to reassess or reinterpret their stories. Despite the passage of time and shifts in power dynamics, these legacies remained resilient, highlighting the lasting impact of their achievements. They serve as a testament to the enduring influence of Ham's descendants throughout the ages, underscoring their significant role in the tapestry of human history.
The sacred waters of the Nile flowed steadily, carving pathways through the lands and nurturing them with a life-giving force that has been revered for millennia. Not merely a river, the Nile has long been seen as the very lifeblood of the region, carrying not only water but also the essence of life itself. This mighty river has been a vital artery, shaping the landscape and the lives of those who dwell along its banks. As the Nile's currents meandered through the ages, they bore witness to the cradle of great civilizations. Among these were Kush and Egypt, two of the most awe-inspiring cultures whose influence reached far beyond their borders. Egypt, with its grandeur of pharaohs and pyramids, and Kush, known for its powerful kings and rich culture, both found their lifeblood in the sacred waters. Yet, the Nile was a witness to more than just the grandeur of empires. Its banks cradled an intricate tapestry of cultures and peoples, each with their own stories, beliefs, and traditions. The river intertwined these narratives, knitting a complex history that transcends generations. It stands as a testament to the enduring bloodline of Ham, a lineage believed to have shaped the very fabric of the Nile Valley's inhabitants. For countless generations, this legacy has been the cornerstone of identity, imbuing the river with a sacred significance that continues to inspire reverence and respect to this day. Thus, the history of the Nile is more than a chronicle of water and land. It is a saga of human determination, ingenuity, and legacy, an eternal testament to the civilizations that rose and thrived along its sacred course. The rich tapestry of Africa's history, where past and present intertwine seamlessly, reveals the African identity as an unbroken continuum. This continuum is not just a linear progression of time, but a living, evolving narrative where the ancient and the modern coexist. The echoes of Africa's early civilizations, the legacy of great figures such as those from the line of Ham, a reference to one of Noah's sons often associated with African peoples in historical narratives, thrive today. These ancient legacies continue to live on, manifesting in vibrant, dynamic societies across the continent. The endurance of these traditions and cultural memory manifests in how modern African societies actively engage with their past. This engagement isn't passive, it's a dynamic process of embracing and reinterpreting ancient customs, languages, and beliefs, which continue to influence art, politics, and social structures.
These societies are not relics of history. They are active participants in the global arena. They are crafting their futures, drawing strength from a profound sense of identity and heritage. Despite historical challenges, including colonialism and its aftermath, African societies exhibit remarkable resilience. They honor their past while pushing boundaries, innovating, and asserting their place in the modern world. This forward-looking approach is fueled by a deep sense of pride in their heritage and a determination to overcome any obstacles in their path. In essence, African identity is portrayed as an unbroken chain, linking the ancient with the contemporary and continuously contributing to the global narrative with a unique blend of tradition and innovation. And following the catastrophic Great Flood, a tapestry of blessings emerged, complex and deeply human in its essence. This narrative was intricately woven into the fabric of various cultural myths, many of which spoke of curses and the origins of different peoples across the world. Despite the diverse interpretation of these myths, there was an underlying commonality, a profound emphasis on the land that shaped human lives, the bonds of family that offered strength and continuity, and the ever-changing paths of fate and destiny that each individual and community encountered. At its heart, this was a narrative of resilience, of communities banding together to overcome adversity, where the weaving of destiny was as much about human agency and relationships as it was about the inscrutable will of gods and the forces of nature. Amidst the expansive and ever-changing sands of the sprawling Sahara Desert, moving in harmony with the wind and the sun, the proud descendants of Ham journey through landscapes both beautiful and unforgiving. These nomadic peoples not only traverse the physical terrain, but also carry within them a rich tapestry of languages and customs, a living testament to the enduring spirit of their ancestors. For millennia, these communities have honed their languages, a multitude of dialects and tongues that whisper the stories of their past and pulse with the vibrancy of their ever-evolving culture. Each word and phrase is a vessel of history, a bridge linking the ancient past to the lived present. Their customs, shaped and refined over countless generations, reflect a profound understanding of their environment and a deep-rooted wisdom. From the intricate rituals that mark life's milestones to the practical knowledge of survival in harsh climates, they embody a legacy that the wider world has often overlooked, forgotten, or dismissed. Yet amidst these challenges, the descendants of Ham remain steadfast, serving as the diligent custodians of practices and knowledge that have defined their unique identity through the ages. Their resilience and dedication ensure that these ancient traditions are not lost to time, but instead continue to thrive, offering a glimpse into a rich heritage that has much to teach the contemporary world. The diaspora pulses with the vibrant life force and cultural heritage of Ham's descendants, thriving as a dynamic embodiment of connection across time and geography. This global community is a living bridge, weaving together a tapestry of diverse continents, enriching the world with the depth of their histories and traditions. The resilience of this diaspora is a testament to its strength and perseverance, standing firm in the face of adversity. It continuously confronts and challenges false narratives and misconceptions by embodying an enduring and unshakable truth. This truth echoes across generations, resonating powerfully through various cultures, reinforcing a sense of identity and unity that transcends borders and eras. The diaspora serves as a powerful reminder of the rich and diverse contributions of Ham's sons to the world's cultural and historical tapestry. This narrative serves as a compelling plea to break free from the depths of long-standing misconceptions and the damaging effects of misrepresentation. It highlights the urgent need for a collective effort to restore the true legacy of Ham, a figure whose story has been clouded by layers of distortion and untruths. Throughout history, Ham has often been the subject of various interpretations and narratives that have skewed public perception, leading to a widespread misunderstanding of his contributions and the richness of his heritage. These distortions have not only obscured the truth, but also fueled biases and prejudices that misrepresent the depth and vitality of his story. The call to action here is to actively reclaim this legacy by seeking out the unadulterated truth, immersing ourselves in the authentic history, and understanding the profound impact of Ham's story. It's about shedding light on the misconceptions and falsities that have plagued his narrative, and celebrating the true essence of the heritage it represents. By doing so, we are called to honor a legacy that is abundant with richness, filled with vibrant traditions, accomplishments, and a deep sense of life and vitality. This celebration encourages us not only to recognize its historical significance, but also to take pride in it, walking confidently into the future, emboldened and guided by the clear, unfiltered light of truth. In this light, we can finally appreciate the full spectrum of Ham's contributions and legacy, which can then inspire and illuminate our path forward.